It is time to Instacart, and today we are Instacarting in Cedar Park, Texas at Randall's. This is going to be a double batch. I have two orders here. I have one for Walgreens, which is just across the street here. And I also have an order for here at Randall's, which is the order that we're working on now. I've already completed the Walgreens portion. It was just one item, so that part is done. I forgot to blog, so don't judge me for that. But you guys do get to come along with me inside Randall's. So let's take a trip inside. But before we go inside, we're going to do what we typically do, and that's take a look at the batch so you guys can see exactly what this batch entails. Alright, so let's take a quick look at this batch and see exactly what we have here. Looks like we have some pie crust, some bay leaves, some coffee, organic tomato paste, some beef, some toilet paper, some onions, some organic fat-free milk. Looks like we got some doggy treats there, some puff pastry, and some Greek-based ice cream bars. I always find it interesting to try to figure out what people are cooking based on the ingredients that they're shopping for. So that's just something that I do. So also a pro tip. Whenever you're shopping, make sure that you save the frozen things, the ice creams, for last because you don't want to have them melt during your shopping trip. I know I've mentioned this in previous videos, but do you guys see how empty these aisles are? I love coming to shop in the early morning hours. A couple of reasons, right? A, no crowds. B, most things are being stocked, so there's a high probability that you're going to find exactly what you're looking for, versus when you come later in the day, a lot of things can no longer be on the shelves because other shoppers have already found them. Another thing that I like about coming early in the morning is that you get to beat this Texas heat. It was 104 degrees, 105 degrees, I believe, on this particular shopping day around midday. So by getting out earlier in the day, it actually gave me an opportunity to take advantage of that cooler weather. So when it started to heat up, I was pretty much done for the day, but I had already made my money, so it was a win-win. So if you're keeping tally, in the previous aisle, I've already found the bay leaves. I am now looking for the organic tomato sauce here, or tomato paste. So that's what you see me searching for here in this aisle, which I see the brand here. Now I'm just searching, looking, scanning, trying to find exactly. Oh, actually, no, this is for the beef bouillon. So I found the beef bouillon there. What else are we looking for here? Yep, we got the beef bouillon. We have the bay leaves. So far we're 2 for 2. And we're off to our next item. Hi, stranger. Alright, so after doing this a couple of times, I'm going to say this. I have a newfound respect for people who blog, especially if you blog and you Instacart. For me, this is extremely complicated because I'm using a single iPhone to do everything. I use my iPhone to access the Instacart app. I use it to access the store app, and I'm also using it to record. So that's why you'll often see these sort of choppy videos, because I'm having to go back and forth between the app and recording. In addition to that, I also have a newfound respect for people who can just walk into these places and not care about what people think. I haven't reached that comfort level where I'm able to talk out loud in public and have people overhear exactly what I'm doing. So maybe as my confidence grows, I'll be a little less intimidated by that. But I definitely have, like I said, a newfound respect for people who blog, because people are, they will give you a side eye when you're out in public and you're speaking out loud. So for me, I'm just way too self-aware to have reached that point. And comment below, I'm curious what you think. I'm doing something different in this vlog. I've decided to not add music and let you actually hear sort of the ambient noises of the shopping experience versus hearing music and the voiceover. So I'm curious to know what you think. Do you prefer the music, or do you prefer hearing that ambient sounds of the shopping experience? Comment below. I really want to know what you think. Alright, so let's do a quick cart update in terms of the things that we found. Looks like we have the 2 pounds of ground beef. Looks like we found the tomato paste, the beef bouillon, the doggy treats, and the bay leaves. So we need to get the onions, we need to get the ice cream bars, the pie crust, and the puff pastry. I believe those are the only items remaining on our shopping list. But as you can see, this was a pretty relaxing shopping experience. The customer only wanted 11 items. For me, I typically look for items that have, orders that have low items. I'm not a big fan of the bulky orders. Anything above 30 items is too much for me. Again, I do this part-time. This is not something I do full-time. This is what I do as supplemental income. This is not my full-time job. So I'm able to be a little bit more selective about what I choose versus what I don't choose. And I choose to do the least amount of work possible for the most money. So it looks like we found the pie crust now. We're weighing our onions. So we're almost out of here. Alright, so easy as 1, 2, 3. That probably took me about maybe 15 minutes in total to shop for all items. I made about $35 off of this order, so we're going to go to checkout and we're going to head off to our next order. So 35 bucks, just like that, and we're off, and let's take a look at our next order. Okay, so here we are with shopping trip number 2. This too is a double batch. We have customer B just simply wanting pretzels. Customer A has a variety of items, including pudding, rice pudding, some chips, some candles, some Pellegrino water, looks like some coffee, some limes, bananas, egg salad, so a variety of different items. This happened to be a very, very interesting order and a learning experience, so I'll definitely keep you guys in the loop on that. Okay, so the shopping trip has officially begun. We are here grabbing some bread really quick, Mrs. Baird's bread in particular. While looking for the bread, I happened to notice out of the corner of my eye all of these delicious looking wines that are just perfect for summer. I had absolutely no idea that Randall's carried such a large selection, so if you are planning a summer get together or you just need something to help wind down after work and you don't want to deal with the hubbub of some of the liquor stores, you can always grab yourself a bottle of wine here at Randall's. Great selection, great prices, so even though I'm not a drinker, I would definitely highly recommend their selection. Okay, so let's do a quick cart check. We have now found the deli platter as requested. We found the egg salad. We've also found the Mrs. Baird's bread. Looks like we found some Pellegrino water, the coffee, and a couple of other items. So far things are going off without a hitch, but that does change soon, so stay tuned. Okay, so let's talk for a quick second. So I pretty much have everything I need at this point. This is a double batch, as I mentioned earlier. One customer wanted a single item, which is pretzels. The pretzels were nowhere to be found in the store. So what you're watching now is me just doing my due diligence. I'm going back and forth down pretty much every single aisle I think these pretzels could be in, going back and forth, coming back and checking places I've already checked just to make sure that I have not missed them for some reason. So ultimately, I was not able to locate the pretzels and I had to give the customer a refund. So be aware when you're doing Instacart, there will be orders or instances where you have to give customers refunds. And in those instances, it will affect your income, how much you make, because the amount that you earned is predicated on the items and also how many deliveries. So this was a double batch, and since the customer only wanted a single item and that item was not in stock, that means this ultimately turned into a single batch, which is okay. So I got the primary customer's order. I'm about to check out. I have everything I need, and we're off to our next store. Alright, so one final time for good measure, I figured why not check just to see if they were there, if they had magically appeared, and they hadn't. So I issued the refund. Pro tip, if you have to issue refunds or do any cancellations, learn from me and do them before you get in line. This checkout was an absolute nightmare because I did not cancel the order until I got in line, which created a host of problems. So again, cancel before you get in line. so Randall's is done. We've dropped it off. I've got a new order for Total Wine, which is the order that you see me working on now. I was on my way into the store and there was this beautiful music playing that forced me to stop in my tracks, and I just had to go back and tip. I seen this guy and his son at Target and a couple of other locations in the Lakeline area, and the music is always beautiful and I absolutely always tip them. So anyhow, we are doing this order here at Total Wine. Listen, people, if you were considering doing Instacart, shipped, whatever you're thinking about, please do whatever qualifications you need to do in order to be able to deliver liquor orders. Liquor orders are the easiest, quickest, and best paying batches out of any, in my personal opinion. I'll say it again. Liquor orders are the easiest, fastest, and highest paying out of any batches on those platforms. So if you haven't gotten your certifications in order to be able to deliver alcohol, you definitely want to do that one. I can't remember exactly how much I made off with this order, but typically a liquor order is going to take you maybe 5 or 10 minutes to shop for, and the tips are usually substantially more than that of a grocery delivery. So this is something you should definitely want to take advantage of. So the order is done. We're on our way to deliver, and I'll see you guys at the next delivery. Okay, so it's the next day. We woke up bright and early, feeling inspired and ready to get out here and get some money. So I decided to take an early order from H.E.B. Typically, the only time I'll shop grocery stores is early in the morning. Mid-afternoon, way too chaotic for me. So in the mornings, I can get in, get what I need unimpeded. That's my favorite time to go. As you can see, the aisles are pretty empty because I was here at probably 6 a.m. I don't know if it was quite 6 a.m., maybe 7 a.m.-ish. I was there shopping my little heart away. This, again, was a pretty easy order. I believe I made probably about maybe $30 off of this order. It was maybe 3 miles away from this Lakeline location. So easy, fast, and quick. Again, pro tip from me, for those of you who don't necessarily do Instacart or Shipt as a full-time gig, do it early in the mornings on your days off or before you go to work, or late in the evenings, whichever one works best for you. But you want to try to optimize the time that you're spending in these stores. And the best way to do that is to be able to shop unencumbered when there's not a lot of people. I love kids, but baby strollers, you know, and all of that when you're shopping, it's going to be a huge, huge, huge hurdle for you to get through. So if you want to be efficient in your shopping, if you want to get in and out of these stores, you know, if you don't know where items are and you don't want to be in the way of others, because we can certainly cause traffic jams ourselves by not knowing where we're going. So if you don't want to be that person, get out early. The early batches very often pay better as well, because sometimes they're leftovers from the previous day, and sometimes people don't want to wait, so they're willing to pay more. So get out early, shop early if you can. So it literally just dawned on me that some of you who watch my videos may not be from Texas, so you are not familiar with H.E.B. Well, welcome to Texas. H.E.B. is our hometown grocery store. Now, if you ask me what H.E.B. stood for, couldn't tell you. Now, I know that I've asked that question multiple times to natives of Texas, and I've been told, I believe that it represents a family name. I'm not quite sure, to be completely honest with you, but I've asked the question myself, but unfortunately, I have not retained the information for whatever reason. In spite of that, I can tell you H.E.B. is probably the premier grocery store here in Texas. Fresh food, fresh produce. The deli is amazing. So this is where we come when you don't necessarily want to go to one of the other chain grocery stores and you want to make sure that you're spending money locally. We shop here at H.E.B. and as you can see, they have everything that you need and so much more. Who can say no to bread, right? Alright, you guys, so that is going to pretty much bring today's video to a close. I do want to say thank you so much for joining me on today's video. I definitely appreciate your viewership. It means a lot to me. I haven't quite figured out my upload schedule. I think I mentioned that in a previous video. So at this point, just check back periodically. A video can pop up at any given time. Normally it's going to be on the weekends, probably anywhere between Friday through Sunday that I upload a video. But again, I am not beholden to that schedule, so it could happen at any given time. So do your due diligence. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. I definitely appreciate you guys checking me out. More content coming. I appreciate you spending your time with me and going around with me as I did Instacart and H.E.B today. More videos to come. If you guys enjoy this type of content, definitely let me know if there's some things around Texas that you'd like me to check out that you may be interested in, or places or locations that I haven't visited. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm typically going to show you the stores that I'm Instacarting in. So if you want to see something outside of the norm of what I do on a day-to-day basis, I'm going to rely on you guys to provide me with those directives, okay? So leave them in the comments below. But once more, before I get out of here, thank you so much for watching. We definitely appreciate you spending your time here with us here on Lost in Austin. And I will see you guys again in my next video. Take care.
One bag, please.